The Clippers are in the news today. Los Angeles Clippers.
Not for a good reason. This is potentially big, historically big.
It is, and I don't disagree with you, but we always say that.
Yeah.
And quite honestly, nothing as much comes of things like this as we always think at first.
Although
hold on.
Yeah.
And the reason I think that is because these leagues know that this isn't the only instance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So here's what happened. Steve Ballmer, the owner of the Clippers, has been accused of giving Kawhi Leonard $28 million for a job that he didn't even do.
Yeah.
It was a no-show job.
Yeah.
And he's basically doing this to circumvent the salary cap. So I don't know about this Pablo Torres. Is it Pablo Torres?
Pablo Torre.
And I'll tell you,
Pablo Torre.
when Pablo's
This
on a
guy.
heater,
He
when
is
Pablo
on a heater.
when Pablo starts sniffing around, be prepared. Your
Yeah.
ass is going down.
He's a bulldog.
Yeah.
Has he always been an investigative type guy?
I think it's always been part of what he's done, and I think maybe his career started that way. But he was more of a talking head for a while,
Yeah,
and now
but-
he's gone back to the investigative
yeah,
stuff.
but lately, I mean, it's
Well, he made a bunch off of the Jordan Hudson, Bill Belichick stuff.
and he did the NFL.
He was
And
relentless.
he got the NFLPA stuff. It's that Pablo Torres finds out, and he does indeed find out. You don't want him sniffing around.
So he has detailed his accusations in his latest pod.
And by the way, going through that, I listened to about 25 minutes of that. He's got the goods.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's very clear. Like, they
Yes.
weren't really even that good at hiding it. They
No.
weren't really trying to hide it.
No.
Kawhi Leonard is on the LLC.
Yeah.
So anyway, long story short, Pablo has laid out that the Clippers formed this, tree planting business, and they gave Kawhi a $28 million salary to, I don't know, plant trees or something. Or he had, I don't
to be
know.
a spokesman,
He was
I
like a
think.
marketing guy or something.
Yeah.
And he did not, Pablo went back and he looked, was Kawhi ever
No.
associated with this company in any way, any public appearances, anything?
Well-
No, he wasn't. And then they found out, the company wasn't even real. So basically, this was all just to circumvent the cap. And now the league is looking into it, and it is a big problem because, as you mentioned, you can't do that. And they certainly want to prevent other teams from at least thinking. They want to make other teams think twice before doing this. I can't imagine this is the only time this has happened.
Well,
If Ballmer's doing this.
Joe Smith and the
Yeah.
Timberwolves got caught with something like this, where the Timberwolves did not have salary cap space, and they told Joe Smith to sign a 1-year deal and promised him an $85 million lucrative contract the next year. So that got found out, and they voided the Joe Smith contract.
Yep.
Made him ineligible, couldn't come back to Minnesota. They took away 5 first-round picks of the Timberwolves. They fined him a couple $1 million, which back then may have been a bigger deal. I want to say it was like $3-4 million. They suspended the GM. I mean, it was a pretty big deal. I mean, 5 first-round picks is a big deal, and so I mean,
The team owner was suspended from team operations.
Yeah, the team owner was suspended. So that's the closest thing we have to this, and that was more. I mean, obviously that was manipulating the salary cap. This is worse because this is
fraudulent.
Yeah, this is fraudulent. I mean, the
It
one,
wasn't real.
Yeah, the one case was, hey, we can't sign you to the deal you want, but just stick with us, and next year you'll get paid.
It's a wink and a nudge.
This is, we're giving you a full max contract, the most that we're able to give you, and that's not enough for you. You still want more. Cool. We'll give you an extra $28 million. If you're allowed to do this, the salary cap becomes absolutely null and void. What's to stop anyone? And people saying this happens all the time. I don't think it does. Not to this level. Because if you get caught doing this, this fundamentally breaks the system that you have in place. So I think we're normalizing this, saying, oh, this happens all the time. I don't think it does. Is it the only example of it? No, and I'm sure some people kind of fudge some stuff. Like there was some talk that maybe Tom Brady and his TB12 was getting some money funneled to him, but it certainly wasn't $28 million, and it wasn't putting your name on a contract. They have Pablo has an employee, an accountant from this. Is it a Alliance or
Aspirations?
Aspiration
is the name of
the company. So basically, the company went bankrupt. Shocking.
They owe $7 million still.
Yeah, so the company went bankrupt, and so they filed bankruptcy papers, and he went through and found all the bankruptcy papers, which are public record, and they have on there that Kawhi Leonard's LLC, which, by the way, is K2L. Way to disguise it, Kawhi.
Yeah,
My God.
and his name's on it.
His name's on it, and it's his signature. And they have the payments going to him, 28 million, 7 million a year for 4 years. And they went and found, and I think it's a she, but they disguised the voice, but they have an accountant on record. You can watch the video and says specifically that she was told, don't worry about this. This is to circumvent the salary cap. Don't worry about this item line.
LOL.
LOL.
By the way, she kept saying like,
yeah, she said
there were a lot of LOLs in their emails.
So you have an employee saying she was specifically told that this is fraudulent. Don't worry about it. Don't red flag it. It's just to avoid the salary cap. And of course, Steve Ballmer comes out and says that he denies this and can all be provable. I want to see it, Steve.
Yeah, well,
because it sounds like you got your ass caught red-handed.
Yeah, he said he asked the Clippers, and they said, well, we don't believe that this information is actually real. And he's like, at the time I asked them that, I already had 3,000 pages and 7 sources. It's real.
So it's clear that he's caught them.
Yes.
Somebody texts on the fan text line, says Steve Ballmer has the resources to mitigate the damage here. Probably. And this is what I'm saying. Like, it's not I don't think it's a league-wide, prevalent problem, but there's no way this is a one-off, because Pablo already said he's looking into the next one, and he has mentioned that it's Jalen Brunson and the Knicks.
Yeah.
So what it is it's big free agents that go to places that maybe
they wouldn't
have otherwise.
Or deals that make you say, huh. Like,
Yes,
I mean, the Jalen Brunson deal seemed a little low to a lot of people.
And
and people are like, well, maybe there's a reason why.
And you can't do these things where it's like, hey, I guess Kawhi Leonard wanted stake in ownership, which is illegal. Like, you can't give a player a free house. You can't give him a free plane. None of that stuff. That circumvents the salary cap. And I don't know what will happen to the Clippers here, but look, you can find him all you want. Steve can pay that. But if they want to start taking away a bunch of draft picks, it's going to neuter the Clippers. There's no way the NBA can just look the other way on this. They just can't.
No, they definitely can't. Because like I said, there's so many. They have to send a message here. But they also don't want any of the others coming out. I think what they need to do is call Pablo.
And get this.
Say, bro, shut her down.
Yes. The NBA wants this resolved
We'll give you
and wants it resolved, I'm guessing, quickly and quietly. And the question is, if it's not, does Steve Ballmer decide to fight it and go all Jim Harbaugh? Because, Steve's got the money to fight it and be like, F you, let's go to court.
That's what the texter was saying. It's like,
and
do you want to get into that if you're the league? So that's why
you get discovery.
Well, that's why I just feel like this is a hard one to.
That's why the NFL always settles.
Well, that's what I mean. That's why I say when I started this whole conversation, these things, nothing. It always seems worse at first than it ever ends up being, and it's because these big time entities like the NFL or like the NBA in this case, like Adam Silver, like Steve Ballmer, have so much to lose. They all come to terms, and it's like, okay, let's. We can bury you. Steve Ballmer's like, well, let's not bury me. Here's what we'll do. We'll agree to this. I'm a good owner for you. Okay, cooler heads prevail. None of this gets out. Shut the hell up. Never do that again. And then there's a league memo that goes out to the rest of the league saying, if you do this, if we find out about any of this, there's going to be these consequences. And then people are better about it. That's how these things generally get resolved, because it's the big money world, and they want the big money world to keep going around. Otherwise, you have complete chaos, and you can't have that. So the Crypt Keeper will earn his money on this one.
There is an element of that.
He will Roger Goodell.
You have to find a way to make this quietly go away.